Alright, hello lovelies. So these are just a few of my previous bullet journals along the years. I've been doing it for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years pretty consistently. And some of these are, as you can see, some of them are thicker than others. But we'll be moving soon, and I have to pack all these up, like pack them up. So I thought I would share some of them with you, because people keep asking about my bullet journals, and I'm about to show y'all. But bitches, you've been warned. You've been warned. I don't play when it comes to the boujou or the bullet. I take it very seriously, and it's a hobby I take a lot of time with. So you may be upset with like 500 videos about bullet journals, but y'all bitches ask for it. Y'all ask for it. Alright guys, here's a few of my bullet journals. This is the one from 2013. This is the one from 2014, 2015. 2016 is missing, but I also made this one in 2016. This is 2017. 2018. In the middle of 2018, we went to Disney. So this is the Disney one. The end of 2018. The beginning of 2019. The middle of 2019. And the current one that I have is missing. And then this one is from when I was a teenager. And then this one is from my early 20s. And then this is my mom. This is my mom book. So, I've been working on this one for 20 years. I got it when I was 20, and I've been filling it up for 20 years. That's why it's so thick. So, here's just a few of them, and I'm going to go through and show them all to you, but... Alright guys, so here's a quick video on why I started bullet journaling. In about 2011, 2012, my twins were not reaching their developmental milestones like they should have. One of them was better, like Kylie was reaching some of them, but not all of them, and Hannah was reaching none of them. Like, as far as her speech goes, as far as, like, knowing where the nose and the mouth and the eyes are, she was just way behind. So we went to go take them to preschool, and when they evaluated them at the preschool, they were like, you probably need to get them evaluated. And so that process took about 3 years to go from, hey, I think my child might have autism, to my child actually has autism. It took 3 years. And there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of doctors that you have to see. Then you have to go see more doctors. Then you have to get more evaluations. Then you have to get approvals. And you have to talk to insurance companies. And you have to find out what's covered and what therapies are not covered. And then there's like all of the personal research that you do, all of the vaccines and all of the gluten casein-free. And I needed a way to keep track of it. So that's why. Here's my very first journal, my very first bullet journal, and it's mostly cleaning stuff, because in about 2012 is when, like, my cleaning stuff started to go way downhill. Cleaning supply list, and then just a bunch of different articles on, like, how to do laundry, and, like, how to store things, and how to care for things, and how to clean your iron, and you know, just things like how to, and a lot of the information that I have passed on to you guys is information that I have learned from this book right here. And I would like to point out to y'all young folk that are like, why would you do that? This is pre-Pinterest, bitches. This is before Pinterest existed. And like this came in like a Good Housekeeping magazine, so I just like saved it. There's a lot of really good information, and zombie apocalypse comes, y'all. My kids will be set. Y'all with Pinterest. Okay, and then the next thing in this old one is a master cleaning list, and I still use these to this day. This is how to clean a living room very thoroughly. That's extra stuff you have to do occasionally. Here's how to clean an entrance and a foyer. And then there's just a couple things on like entrances and how to make your hang stuff, how to hang everything. You know, just basic stuff. And then you got a master cleaning list on the garage. And then these are tips for how to like get oil out of the garage floor, how to deal with spilled paint, you know, things like that. And then there's a bunch of stuff about a garden, because I really love my garden. But I don't have anywhere where I can actually plant here, because there's no shade anywhere, and any plant I plant just dies. I just like murder it. So then you get up to like the bedroom, and then there's like different stuff on how to organize your bedroom and how to paint it. Found all my bullets. So here's 2013. This is 2014. This is 2015, 2016. I also did this one in 2016. This one's 2017. This one's 2018. Halfway through 2018, we went to Disney. Then here's the other half of 2018, the beginning of 2019, the middle of 2019, the end of 2019. This is my weight loss one. I've been using it for about 2 or 3 years. And here's my journal from when I was a kid. And here's my other journal. And then this journal I've been using for about the last 20 years. But I also journal in my bullets as well. I do a lot of therapeutic journaling in them as well. And really quick, this is the one, we did this one yesterday. We got through with the housekeeping one. So this one's the one we're going to do next. And this one is mostly predominantly about autism. So if that's not something you're into, just skip it. Hello, my lovelies. So now that you've seen the outside of my bullet journals, and I shared with you my mom journal, but these are also like, I'm bearing my soul to you people. And I'm happy to do it because, like, I'm an open motherfucking book. And I wrote these for people in the future to read them and to get stuff out of them. So I have, like, no qualms about it. But all I'm asking is, no, my handwriting is not always perfect. No, I do not always spell right. I always get here and there and there. Like, I fuck shit up. Like, it's not supposed to be critiqued. So please don't, like, please don't critique it. If you look at it and you say, oh, I would have done that differently, that's chill. Do a bullet journal and do it that way. And tag me in your video and I will 100% support you. But just try to be nice, guys. Like, I'm bearing my soul here. So just try to be nice and don't be a dick about it, I guess. Please. Okay, guys, so here's a secret that you don't know about me. I actually am pretty fluent in sign language, and there's a reason for that. Because I had to teach myself sign language. My kid was 3. She wasn't talking. We were not qualified for any insurance coverage because she did not have a diagnosis of autism. And it took 3.5 years to finally get that. And in that time, the services are not offered because you can't get a diagnosis without help and you can't get help without a diagnosis. So I had to teach myself sign language. I had to teach myself something called floor time by Stanley Greenspan. I had to teach myself basically how to be an occupational therapist and a speech therapist and a food therapist and all of those things. And so the next book that you see is me teaching myself all the things that I needed to be able to care for my autistic child for the 3.5 years that it took me to get a diagnosis before I could actually get them some help, which is very common. It usually takes a very long time and it is very frustrating. All right, guys, so here's my very first book all about autism. And when I started, these were the goals. And these were the behaviors that I needed to find strategies and ways to get rid of and control. And so these are all just different strategies, different ideas. This is warning signs of a meltdown. And then later on it talks about that tantrums and violence show up when these things are contributing factors. So when your child's having a meltdown, the first thing you need to do is question, are any of these a contributing factor? If the answer is no, then they're generally having a meltdown due to their autism, which is a clue for you. Because autism is basically like a board game. Once you learn their rules, as long as you follow their rules, everything's chill. But learning their rules is what's really hard. So you have to figure out what's triggering the meltdown to figure out what it is that they don't like or what it is that's upsetting them. And they can't communicate. They don't have words. So you have to figure it out. So that's where all of this comes in.